Hi everyone and welcome back to CodeNodes. We are covering the conditional statements in C++ and in our last video we have covered till nested if. In this video we are going to cover switch case statement in C++. Switch case statement controls the program flow using label statements in its body. It is similar to if-else if with labels. It is like if you have to use multiple if-else if in C++, then you can use switch statement as an alternative of if-else if, but it can only be worked with the fixed values. And the additional keywords we are going to use are case, break and default. This is the general syntax of switch statement, starting with the switch keyword inside the parenthesis. Here goes the fixed value or the expression. For example, we give the expression in the parenthesis. If the expression match with this case, then this part of the code will be executed, or if the expression matches with this case, then this block of the code will be executed, but at a time only one block of the code will be executed based on the expression if that matches with any case. Now inside this syntax you can see there is a break keyword we have used. What it does, that after the execution of any block of the code, it exits the switch block and stop executing the switch statement further when any cases match. What if any user input any value which does not match with any of these cases? Then this default part will be executed. Now let me show you an example by writing a piece of code. For that, let me take a variable day and let me take it as a user input, cout, enter the day and scene day. Now let's use the switch statement. Switch day as an expression. Now in case of day is 1, we are going to print cout Monday and endl here and break the code's execution here. And if case is 2, it's Tuesday. And for now, let's just stop it here. Default cout wrong day and endl here. Now if I save this and if I compile and run this, and if I enter 1, now it has printed Monday because it matches with the case 1. Similarly, if we give it a user input of 2 and enter, now you can see it has printed Tuesday, which is case 2 here, as you can see. And if I give it a value which is neither 1 nor 2, if I give it a 5, now as you can see it has printed wrong day because the value did not match with case 1 and case 2, so it has printed the default part of this code. Now what happens if we do not use the break statement? So let me just comment this and now test it. Now if I compile and run this, and if I give it a value of 1 and enter, now as you can see it has printed all the 3 statements. So what it does, that it firstly compares with this, so when case 1 matches, so it prints it, and then since we do not have used the break statement, so it will execute rest of the code too. So that's why it has printed Tuesday and the last statement, which is a wrong day. So if I use the break statement again, and if I give it a user input of 1 this time, then it will only print Monday. Now there are few constraints you need to keep in mind while using switch statement in C++. And number 1 is that of integral type. Mean this expression can only be of integer and character data type. You cannot use float or double data type. Secondly, ranges. You cannot use value within ranges. For example, 1 to 5. For example, you use case like 1 to 5. If the value falls between 1 to 5, then print Monday. So this is not allowed. And thirdly, duplicate cases. These are not allowed. For example, you use this case 1 multiple times, so this is not allowed in switch statement. So as you can see, it has thrown an error here, duplicate case value. Lastly, this default case is optional. It is not necessary to use. but it want to use, then it's a good approach in the code to handle those cases which are not falling in these cases. So this is the example of the switch statement in C++. I hope you understand it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and do not forget to share the video and subscribe to CodeNodes. Thank you for watching.